Back again, another night review, and we're with Hampstead. Not the place Hampstead, but a movie called Hampstead, which stars Brendan Gleeson, Ken from In Bruges. And you also got Diane Keaton. Directed by Joel Hopkins, who has really done nothing noteworthy. So, this is more like his more famous film, I guess. And the whole film is about basically a guy who lives like, kind of like a hermit, I guess. Homeless guy, in a way. Even though he has a home, which is basically a shack on some land. And he's been living there for, 17 years. And for some reason, one day, even though, I presume Diane Keaton would have seen him around, but for some reason, all of a sudden, she sees him around. I don't know how the hell she missed him in the first place. But anyway, Diane Keaton, a woman who's basically a widower, who's going through some problems with debt, and trying to, meet ends as the people usually do. But it's two older people coming together and seeing how they can figure things out. One person being Diane Keaton, who comes from a very posh background, if you want to call it anything, very wealthy background, compared to Brendan Gleeson, who's basically a homeless guy who's everybody just calling a tramp. That's that. Somehow they see each other. I want to see how they didn't bump into each other, but they didn't, even though she's been there for God knows how long, and he's been there for 17 years. I guess that sometimes happens in real life. I mean, you meet people that, by pure chance, they may be around you the entire time, but you never bumped into them until one day. One of those things. Kind of like relationships and whatnot. Oh, you've been here the entire time? Never knew you were here. Or I give a classic line out of Community. You get Troy and Arbid. Troy asking Arbid, I was out there and you didn't come find me. It's kind of like that. But either way, this is a movie about two old people and a relationship. That they both end up somehow. It seems a bit forced how they end up together, but it seems very natural throughout after all. And it's done in a more realistic way and not so, over the top. But especially the fact that she's from a more upper class background and he's basically a homeless guy, which is just such a weird set of things. But either way, I'm just surprised how this works out. But it actually is a pretty good feel-good movie. It had some minimal laughs, but by the end of it, you really do come out of it feeling good about yourself in a way. And, doesn't matter how old you are, you can always find love somehow, the fairy tale. And otherwise, it's a really good feel-good movie. It's really worth a watch. I recommend it. Well, it's more like a rental. I wouldn't really recommend you to go to the cinema and watch it. Even though, go ahead and try. If you got the time, energy, or you got the minute, Transformers 5. Right. Go ahead, go watch it. It's a fine movie. Something to pass the time, really. I know, go as a couple. If you haven't got anybody with you, then go by yourself. Or take somebody with you. Or take a puppet. Or take one of my hats. Or take a homeless guy. Take a homeless woman. Take anybody. Just don't take kids from the streets, because that's some fucked up shit. That was another night review. Hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you thought of the movie if you actually went to watch it. Otherwise, you can find us on SoundCloud. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Twitter. It's letstalkshorts, all of them. We've also on YouTube. Surprise, it's probably where you saw us. Unless, of course, you come from SoundCloud, then okay, cool. On SoundCloud and iTunes, you can find us actually doing some reviews of short films from famous directors before they were actually famous. Otherwise, we'll see you soon again, or I don't know why I say will, because I don't know where the heck these two are. I'll see you soon. Yeah, bye-bye.